Have you ever found yourself feeling guilty every time you swipe your card or hand over cash? If you've ever felt it, know that you're not alone. But why do you feel this way about spending money? There are a lot of reasons, and we're going to go over them in this video. Let's look into why some of us get that nagging guilt whenever we spend a dime, even on stuff we actually need. The first reason you might feel this way is your upbringing. If you're the type who breaks into a sweat at the thought of spending money, blame it on your childhood. Your earliest experiences with money are given by your parents or caregivers, so growing up with tight purse strings can really mess with your head. Maybe your family was all about squeezing every penny, making you feel like spending money was a cardinal sin, or they told you that saving every dime was the only way. Or worse, they never discussed money with you. Either way, those lessons stick with you when you are a child. For instance, a family that lives paycheck to paycheck may have you learn that money is always scarce and spending on anything beyond necessities is frivolous. You grow up without understanding the value of money or how to manage it. As an adult, this lack of financial literacy could lead to feelings of guilt and anxiety about spending money. Another scenario is if your family associates money with success and happiness. In this case, you may grow up feeling that you must have wealth to be worthy or happy, leading to guilt when you spend money instead of saving or investing it. These experiences shape your relationship with money, often subconsciously. They set the stage for your financial attitudes and behaviors in adulthood. So if you often feel guilty about spending money, it might be worth exploring your childhood. This can help you understand why you feel the way you do about money. The second reason is social comparisons and peer pressure. We live in a world of constant comparisons. You see your peers buying new cars, going on exotic vacations, or dining at fancy restaurants, and you can't help but compare your own situation. This comparison can create a sense of competition, pushing you to spend more than you're comfortable with just to keep up appearances. Sometimes it's a subtle fear of judgment that nudges you to spend beyond your means. You might feel the need to conform to societal standards to fit into certain social circles, or to meet expectations that you believe others have of you. This can lead to feeling remorseful or regretful after spending your money. This can lead to what we call money guilt, a feeling of remorse or regret after spending money. But you have to remember that your financial journey is unique. It's shaped by your experiences, your values, your income, and your lifestyle. Comparing your spending habits with others can often lead to unrealistic expectations and unnecessary guilt. Instead, focus on what works for you. Set your own financial goals based on your own circumstances, and strive to meet them. It's okay to say no to, or not have something that doesn't align with your budget. Financial insecurity is a third reason for having guilt when spending money. Economic uncertainties, whether they stem from job instability, market fluctuations, or simply the unknown, can influence your spending habits in many ways. This insecurity can cause you to second-guess every purchase, big or small. Or maybe you've seen the fallout from overspending, either in your own life or someone else's, and you've vowed never to let that happen to you. It's like every dollar spent is a reminder of how precarious your financial situation can be. It's important to remember that the future isn't something to be feared. Sure, it's important to be smart with your money, but letting financial insecurity dictate your every move only leads to more stress and anxiety. Start by taking small steps to shore up your financial security. Whether it's setting up a budget that actually works, stashing away some cash for a rainy day, or exploring ways to boost your income, every little bit helps. Instead of seeing money as this scarce resource you have to cling to for dear life, try viewing it as a tool for creating happiness and fulfillment. You have to acknowledge that it's okay to spend money on things that truly add value to your life. Addressing fears about the future can help alleviate money guilt, so you can enjoy your purchases without the accompanying guilt. Because your relationship with money should not be one of guilt and fear, but one of control and confidence. The fourth reason could be because of the media and consumer culture. These powerful forces shape your perceptions of spending in many ways. Every day we are bombarded by advertisements that tell us we need the latest gadgets, the most fashionable clothes, or new furniture to redecorate the house. These messages can create a sense of urgency, and even a fear of missing out, which can lead to impulsive buying decisions. Then, there's social media, which creates an idealized version of reality. Here, the pressure to keep up with the Joneses goes digital, and suddenly, it's not just the people in our immediate circle we're comparing ourselves to, but hundreds, even thousands of strangers from around the globe. This constant exposure to the highlight reels of others' lives can create unrealistic expectations, fueling a desire for material possessions that may be beyond your means. Societal norms also play a significant part. In many cultures, success and worth are measured by material wealth, further increasing the pressure to spend. To change this mindset, take a step back and question the messages you're bombarded with on a daily basis. Instead of blindly following the herd, ask yourself what truly brings you joy and fulfillment. You can curate your social media feed to reflect more positive influences, and you can take a moment to pause and reflect before making a purchase. Every small step counts towards breaking free from the guilt trap. Of course, that's easier said than done, but life is too short to let media and consumer culture dictate how you live. Internal conflict is the fifth reason that can also lead to money guilt. It's the tug of war between wanting to enjoy the fruits of your labor and feeling the pressure to save for a rainy day. You want to go on that exotic vacation or buy the latest phone, but at the same time you need to plan for retirement. These conflicting desires can often create an internal tension that manifests as guilt when you do decide to spend money. This guilt is a signal that your spending may not be aligning with your deeper values or long-term goals. If travel is a priority for you, setting aside a portion of your income for vacations can help you enjoy your trips guilt-free. On the other hand, if financial security is your ultimate goal, finding ways to enjoy life within your means can help reduce feelings of guilt. It's all about finding the balance that works for you. There's no one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to spending money. It's all about striking a balance that works for you. What's important is that you make conscious decisions that reflect your values and priorities. When your spending aligns with your values, the guilt will fade. A lack of budgeting skills is the sixth reason that can contribute to money guilt. This is because without these key tools, it's difficult to make informed decisions about money. Financial education is not just about understanding how money works, it's also about learning how to use it wisely. If you were handed the keys to a car but never taught how to drive, would you feel confident on the road? Probably not. The same thing applies to managing your money. Without understanding the basics of budgeting, saving, and investing, you might feel overwhelmed and fraught with guilt when it comes to your money. To fight this, start by tracking your income and expenses, whether it's through a spreadsheet, budgeting app, or good old-fashioned pen and paper. This will give you a clear picture of where your money is going and help you identify areas where you can cut back or reallocate funds. By taking proactive steps to improve your budgeting skills, you can start to shake off that guilt and gain confidence in your ability to manage your finances effectively. Emotional spending is the seventh reason that can lead to guilt. I'm sure you've been tempted to hit the stores or browse online when you're feeling low or stressed. It's like a reflex. You hope that a little retail therapy will make you feel better, but it's quite the opposite. You buy things you don't actually want or need just to feel better. Afterward, you feel guilty and possibly more stressed than before. It's like you're chasing happiness in all the wrong places and paying the price for it later. This is because it doesn't address the root cause of your emotional distress. Whether it's boredom, loneliness, or a craving for a quick mood boost, understanding your triggers can help you make smarter choices with your cash. The first step to breaking free is to realize how emotional spending influences your spending habits. So, the next time you're tempted to reach for your credit card in a moment of emotional distress, pause and ask yourself, is this purchase truly worth it, or am I just trying to fill an emotional void? By taking a moment to practice self-awareness, you can break free from the guilt of emotional spending. Understanding why you feel guilty about spending money is the first step towards changing your mindset about money. It's important to recognize that guilt is a natural response if you are prone to financial mistakes. However, it's equally important to understand that dwelling on this guilt can hinder your financial well-being and overall happiness. Instead, you must strive to adopt a more balanced approach to spending, one that acknowledges your emotions and values while also prioritizing financial responsibility. And remember, every dime counts towards building a richer life. Thanks for watching.